Well, hello there. Come on in. I'm Chris Brown. I'm your humble chimney sweep. I was just going over your chimney inspection report, but now that you're here, make yourself comfortable. Let's go over it together, shall we? Okay, now let's take a look at the inspection report and see how it reads out. This is a generic report. This is exactly what you will get, only your information obviously will be filled into all these blanks. The upper right-hand corner of the report is the legend. Each one of these initials pertain to something. A is consistent with the age of the chimney. B, see comments below. C, repairs needed. D, need further evaluation. Or E, not applicable. And they're placed into the boxes next to the parts of the chimney that can be easily identified in this diagram. And then, of course, you'll find my comments here below. Now, let's take a look at your personal report. So stay with me. Hey, Lisa, it was good to see you out at the property today. Hey, what a nice house. Good location, too, by the way. Hey, let's go inside. So, what this fireplace has stuffed in it is a wood stove insert. This is a Craft wood stove, long since gone out of business. This one is about a 1979 model. I think it was carried to this location. In other words, usually when you buy a new stove, you have it installed by the person the company that you purchased it from, and that would mean you'd have to follow some guidelines. You have to pull permit, and so as we look up inside there, we can see that the original fireplace damper was left in here. That's a big no-no. That's actually a fire hazard. And the state of North Carolina mandates that those dampers be removed when the wood stove is installed. So the fact that it's in there means that the homeowner that carried it with them installed it themselves and didn't go by the codes because they probably didn't know the codes. So if you're going to use the wood stove, that needs to be dealt with. On the other hand, if you're going to use it as an open fireplace, they've actually done you a favor by leaving the damper there, because normally they're broken out and you end up having to replace them once you take the stove out and decide to use it as an open wood burning fireplace or for gas logs. This one appears like all it needs to be done is cleaned up, and it should be in working order. And after that stove is out of there, why, if you decide to use it as a fireplace, that's something you can do. On the other hand, if you're going to keep the stove, you want us to wheel it out onto the hearth extension, why then we'll clean it up for you and do that for you if that's what you want to do. Firebox looks like it's in pretty darn good shape, actually. I've got two views here. Best we can tell here that it's in good shape, and so if you pull the stove out, you could use it as an open wood-burning fireplace. Of course, with the stove in there, it's not even using the old brick fireplace firebox. Hey, let's take a venture into the flue system itself. We've got some of the flue joints, and you have a flue joint every 2 feet because your chimney is built traditionally 13 by 13 by 2 foot in length. Every 2 feet there's a flue joint. Some of them look like this, which is proper, and some of them look like this, which is leaky. We don't want gases, carbon monoxide and smoke leaking into the walls of your home. It's been like that for a while. They've been using it like that, so you'll have to use your own best judgment, but I did give you a cost on making this repair if that's something that you want to do. It's pretty standard. Here's what a leaky chimney flue system looks like. Here's how it's repaired with a slip form flue repair system with refractory cement. So give you something to think about, and call me if you have any questions about how that operates. Up on top, we can see that there's a piece of tile up on the top here with a couple bricks holding it down. Two cracks, one here. Here's a close-up of that one crack. A little caulk would help it in those areas just to keep the water out. If you're going to use the fireplace for anything, of course, the tile has to come out. And my recommendation then would be to put a traditional chimney cap on there. $149 is what they standardly cost installed. So there you go. Questions for me, give me a call, 704 526-6348. You can email me at chris@affordablesweep.com. Thanks.